Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of Jedi Master Yoda. And this is Inside the Force. Listen, you will. Foreseen it I have, yes.
It is a period of Star Wars mania, as new movies, comic books, novels, and TV shows populate the system. Fueled by their love and passion for the galaxy far, far away, two exceptional geeks tap into hundreds of holocrons in order to bring you the knowledge and insight of all things Star Wars. Come and join them as they go inside the Force.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Inside the Force. Dave Cottingham here, Casey Cooley.
Hello everybody.
Joining me for episode 101.
Star Wars Inside the Force 101.
That's right. We're going to teach you all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Decent show on the, I think, I start rating the show.
Yeah.
Now.
This is good.
This is okay.
Got a good show for you guys tonight.
This is about 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who,
That's what Jimmy Fallon always did.
Jimmy Fallon,
like SNL,
yeah.
they always like, got a great show for you guys tonight.
yeah.
Nickelback's here, so stick around. Be right back.
There's a show I listen to, Mike and Mike in the Morning.
Yeah.
Every time, Mike Greenberg, one of the main hosts, and every time they come back like from a segment, Mike and Mike here, back and better than ever. I'm like, dang, you just got back. Like, you're just bigger and better than ever just from a segment ago.
They're back. They're better. They're just had a little down, but we're back.
I always thought that was weird. He doesn't say it like every month. He says it every segment.
They were back better than ever.
Back and better than ever. I'm like,
I was
really?
wondering.
Better than just 5 minutes ago? Anyway, we are back from last week.
Yep.
And we got several things to discuss. A little light on the news, but we've actually got some gaming announcements, some novel announcements. Not much from the movies or the TV shows, but and then we got some reviews on all 3 comics came out this week. Actually, I shouldn't say all 3 because there's 4 out there actually. Kanan. Mm-hmm. But Star Wars number 6, Vader number 6,
I think so.
And Leia number 4 came out this past week. So we'll review those, talk about those. Some interesting speculation and controversy going on.
Yeah.
So and then we'll finish up talking about a location from the Ultimate Star Wars Encyclopedia. The canon encyclopedia.
Yes.
So, all right. Case news. Not much.
Yes, not much. A while ago, there was a Vanity Fair article about Episode 7, and Annie Leibovitz took a bunch of awesome pictures. That's all out there. But in this article, it was just revealed, just kind of, I feel like offhand, what Andy Serkis's character's name is going to be. And it seems like he will be called Supreme Leader Snoke.
Right.
So, that's all we got. Nothing else about what he could look like.
Supreme Leader. So you think he's like in charge of the First Order?
Possibly, yeah. And it's an alien. Perhaps. Motion capture, so a picture of Serkis in the motion capture garb. So, whomever it is, it will be a CGI character. Will look cool. So yeah, that'd be interesting because we've never seen an alien as a. Because in the expanded universe, the Empire did not hire aliens. They're all humans, except
that's right.
for Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Who is not canon?
Who's not canon? Dang it. Maybe it's Thrawn reimagined.
It's possible.
That would be cool. But, that wouldn't need CGI, though, to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, well. One can hope.
One could hope. Maybe they're keeping his identity secret, and maybe it
Rebels.
Is Thrawn.
Throw him in the Rebels show.
Oh, Thrawn?
Yeah.
Thrawn? Yeah.
Thrawn, sure.
Thrawn. I keep getting Thawne now.
Thawne.
Eddie Thawne.
Yeah. Poor Eddie Thawne.
Ebert Thawne.
But yeah, other than that, just rumors about some anthology
that's
films.
all quiet.
Yeah. Harrison Ford's doing well. He's back on his feet. flying again.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Recovered.
I mean, I hope people realize it is June.
Yeah.
We're 6 months basically away. 7 months. Is it 7 months? 7 months basically.
6, yes, like 6 months, and what say is we're recording this on the 5th. 6 months and 13 days.
Yeah.
Haha, what's up?
Bo.
It's
yeah.
It's less than a baby comes out onto the earth.
That's correct.
There you go.
That's correct. So if you're pregnant right now, you definitely can make it. You'll definitely make it.
But rest assured.
Yeah, I'm stoked about that. But
are tickets going out yet? Because I was asked if I've got my tickets yet. Like, I haven't seen tickets.
I think they're usually about 6 months out.
Yeah.
But I'll check. I'll go ahead and check right now because if they are,
yeah,
I'm probably gonna buy them.
Give us a second, guys. We're gonna buy our tickets.
So there are some
rumors about anthology films.
Yes.
Yeah. Several things. I'm sure you all heard about it. So, kind of, I guess we'll just highlight some of them here. One, it's been long rumored that one of the anthology films would be like a Han Solo origin, or a Boba Fett movie. I'm talking about, I don't know if this is the second or third anthology film, but the newest rumor seems like it's going to be a Boba Fett / Han Solo film, both together in a film. So this will be basically let's see here, the second Star Wars anthology film set for 2018. That's kind of the where the source is talking about. Basically, it's all about a conflict between Boba Fett and Han Solo. Kind of, I guess how they first met and like their first big conflict that kind of was somewhat alluded to in Episode 5. And this will be taking place between Episode 3 and Episode 4. And we might see appearances from Chewbacca, Lando, and Bossk throughout the film. And talking about directors, both Jon Favreau and Matthew Vaughn have been thought to direct it. So yeah, I mean that's just all rumor, of course. Very interesting rumors. Now, I guess if it's between 3 and 4, they would definitely have to recast Han Solo. But that's not that much time. Like, I don't know, because we've talked about here on before about recasting people, right? So it's like they have to recast Han Solo, which you really can't or shouldn't do.
Yeah.
Unless he's really young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
I don't know. At what point? I don't know.
What's the age?
What is it? Is it
16.
teenagers?
Well, okay, so Han Solo's supposed to be in his 20s, late 20s maybe. Because Harrison Ford was like 33 when they made it. Episode 7 or 4.
But I think he's supposed to be, because Leia's 19, right?
Yes.
Episode 4.
Yeah.
I thought Han was supposed to be like 26 or something.
Yeah.
Like 25, 26.
Yeah. Mid to late 20s. Yeah.
So that would put him
early 20s, maybe.
He'd be 7 when episode 3 went down, right?
Yeah. And that's about the age that they were talking about having him in episode 3. He's going to be around 7 to 9.
7, yeah. So he would be, I mean, if this took place just 5 years out,
yeah,
episode 3, he'd be 12.
I mean,
but
they wouldn't do that.
I know.
I hope it's just, I mean, I'm sure they probably have talked about it, but I mean, hopefully they're sticking with the plan that you can't recast Star Wars.
You can't.
You just can't do that. But if they did, and they had open casting calls, I would totally audition for it.
Why not?
Audition for Han Solo, man.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But there's another rumored film that you told me about.
Yeah, I just think that with Han, it's like you can't the whole the Boba Fett thing you can get away with because he's wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
And you don't have to ever completely. I mean, and I think we've repeated this several times, but it's just you can't. Their likeness is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just all over novels and comics and posters. I mean, Harrison Ford is his likeness is Han Solo, and you can't.
You can't do.
I mean, just think about it. If they casted someone else for Han Solo in Episode 7.
Yeah.
I mean, can you really be okay with that?
No. What the heck?
No way.
No.
So anyway, yeah, the other rumor is, which I think this is, man, I am dying for this to be true. But not only are we talking about an Obi-Wan Kenobi movie starring Ewan McGregor, but apparently the rumor is there's actually talking about a trilogy of Kenobi movies starring Ewan McGregor. Also, in that rumor, it's rumored that Darth Maul would make another appearance. There would be a rematch, which technically wouldn't be a rematch because they fight in Clone Wars again.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it would be, I guess, another one-on-one they're talking about because I think when he fights him in the Clone Wars, he's fighting Savage as well.
Yes.
So that would be more to the canon liking, I think.
Yeah.
Versus a recasting of Han Solo.
Yes.
Because you can get away with because you and McGregor played him,
Yeah, and he's still about 20 years younger than Alec Guinness was. So
yeah, I thought there was another person they were talking about that would show up in the film. Oh, it would be possibility of characters like Owen Lars and Darth Maul appearing is what they're talking about. Owen Lars.
Cool.
So Owen Lars, that actor Joel Edgerton, he's like blowing up.
He's huge now.
He's huge.
That'd be really cool.
He was in Zero Dark 30.
Yeah. Warrior.
Yeah.
Got him pretty out there. Yeah, he was just in Great Gatsby. He's coming in this new Black Mass with Johnny Depp. It looks awesome. But anyways.
Yeah.
Got a huge cast.
So he played young Owen Lars.
Yeah.
I'd imagine them trying to get him back.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Ray Park, he ain't doing much. Except signing autographs at Celebration for playing Darth Maul. I mean, why not? But I think would be an incredible series.
Yes, I mean, I wish I had my buddy Adam was here because he's been talking about an Obi-Wan Kenobi like exile type film forever. He's got an idea about it and everything. Now, do you think though a trilogy is necessary?
I don't know if a trilogy is necessary, although. Although I think there's plenty of time there.
Yes.
I mean, there's 19 years.
But like a trilogy with one continuous story or just 3 different separate stories?
No, I think it'd have to be kind of the same story.
Yeah.
Almost. Kind of like Star Wars, how there's a continuation.
It's like a saga, some sort of Obi-Wan saga.
Yeah. I think it's one big story. Yeah. Because it would just be cool to know that he actually left Tatooine to do something.
Oh, that would be cool, yeah.
You know what I mean? Bit. Because because I don't think you can do a whole trilogy on Tatooine. I think you have to. There's got to be some kind of threat. He's got to, Luke being found and something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But as we'll talk in the comic books, that's an interesting. There's a pretty significant event that happened in there, which we'll talk about. But okay, so rumor-wise, we don't really try to delve too much into that, but we'll see if that comes to pass. Hopefully, some of this stuff gets either debunked or confirmed.
It'll be debunked here soon. Oh, maybe
Yeah.
Yep.
But shifting into, for one, I guess the real quick TV thing I'll mention is don't forget on June 20th, basically the first episodes or first 2 episodes of season 2 of Rebels is debuting on Disney XD. The season is not debuting, just basically the premiere of the season 2 finale, opening premiere, but it will not be starting. It'll start sometime in the fall, but anyway, that is kind of the only Rebels talk that we've got. Shifting into the other mediums, a lot of news came out kind of with that. One being something we haven't talked about in a while is the games.
Yep.
What we are getting is a new game coming called Star Wars Uprising, which is considered a canon game.
Yeah. It's a role-playing game, too, so it's like...
It is a role-playing game.
There's, like, opportunities for it to change the story a little bit.
So it's very Old Republic, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like that style, of the KOTOR games, where you can make decisions and change the story based on that kind of thing. I mean, it's essentially, it's going to have a story that you get to stick to, but, little minor differences.
Right.
And you can change your character, customize your character, that kind of thing.
So anyway, so it's actually set between the original trilogy and Star Wars: The Force Awakens, so it does fill in some gaps apparently.
Yeah.
The characters really are the ones that are mainly canon, I think. Like you said, storylines change, so as you play it, I guess, but there is kind of a continuing story. But anyway, interesting. It's coming.
Soon, I believe.
Yeah, I was about to say, and I don't know what platforms is it. It's just PC.
Mobile.
Oh, it's mobile. It's a mobile game.
Yep.
Okay, so it's a mobile game. So check that out in your Google. I'm sure Google iTunes. So
Yep.
or App Store. So now, news that just actually hit just a few hours ago, I think.
Whoa,
you didn't even know about it.
Scoops.
I just happened to be on StarWars.com and noticed, and I kind of knew this was coming just because I was at Celebration and I was in a panel that people talked about this, but basically the headline is Star Wars adaptation covers revealed, presenting the new original trilogy. So what's going on is that on September 22nd, they are releasing the novelizations of episode 4, 5, and 6, but there's a little debate going on whether or not this is canon.
Yeah, this is a little weird.
But this is how they describe it. The world, anxiously awaiting the release of Star Wars The Force Awakens, this holiday season, Disney Lucasfilm Press has decided to revise, because that word is pretty interesting. It's in there. Revise the saga for a whole new generation of readers. In a new series coming September 22nd, fans will experience the original trilogy in an entirely different way with Star Wars A New Hope - The Princess, the Scoundrel, and the Farm Boy.
Subtitle, I guess.
Yes, by Alexandra Bracken. You got Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back - So You Want to Be a Jedi by Adam Gitwitz, and then you got Star Wars Return of the Jedi Beware the Power of the Dark Side by Tom Engelberger. So you got 3 New York Times bestselling authors. Now here's the thing: these are more than just mere retellings from the top talent. From these top talent, these are fresh interpretations, true to the films, but filtered through each author's vision. In each novel, the authors get inside the characters' heads tell us about the scenes between the scenes, and even teach us how to be a Jedi. So, again, the words that I'm focusing on are revised and retellings.
Yeah, and the whole just through the author's vision, point of view, whatever you want to call it.
Each I mean, technically, each film adaptation, right, is a author's perspective.
Yeah,
but is his retelling considered canon?
Yeah,
just
how different do you think it can be from what we've seen on film?
Well, here's the thing: is there's an excerpt you can read from episode 4, and there are some slight changes in the dialogue.
Yeah.
So
that's
I mean, it's almost as if almost like anything, right? You have somebody witness, say, 9/11, and someone writes a book about it. It's the true event, but they may change some words here and there, right?
Yeah,
of what people say. So there's just the reason why. Here's the thing: the reason why I do not think it's canon, is every novel, and I've got all 4 of them so far on the shelf here. Every novel that has come out that's been canon, the cover, right, always says "a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away."
Okay,
and it has the Star Wars logo on it. These do not have that.
Yeah.
And in the beginning of those, just like in the beginning of every comic book right now, there is a crawl.
Yeah.
Well, the beginning of this episode 4 pages does not have a crawl.
Yeah, but I mean,
so for example, this is the beginning. And it even says right here on the first page of the book, the Star Wars: A New Hope, The Princess, the Scoundrel, and the Farm Boy, an original retelling of Star Wars: A New Hope.
Yeah.
And in the introduction, it says, this story begins, as so many do, a long time ago, but in a place far beyond the glittering stars you see in your night sky. So it's like a whole different beginning. I just...
well, why wouldn't they do Legends, you think?
See, that's true, too.
Yeah. It's just because it is somehow part of the story, it's just like...
that's true too. It would have a Legends tag on it, I think.
I don't know. I gotta talk to Leland Chi again.
Well, when I talked to Leland Chi at Celebration, he basically told me this was happening because my main question to him was, are we ever going to get canon novelizations of the films? And he said, you know what? Probably not. He said, probably not. What you're going to get, what you may actually, he didn't say what you're going to get. He said what you may get are different writers' interpretations of those films.
Yeah, it just
right. So this is what that is, and if you go back to I think when it was first announced that everything was canon, someone I think mentioned, so are the novelizations canon? And I think it was released either by him or by Lucasfilm somewhere or the story group saying that the only thing that's canon in the novels is what coincides with what's on film.
Right.
So everything else is not canon. So if you have the episode, 3 novelization official, everything that lines up with the films is canon. Everything else technically is not.
Yeah.
So I wish they would just release
that.
The whole book. Which one is it? Either a new book. I don't know, because episode 7 novelization got announced. Mm-hmm. Is that whole thing canon or just what lines up in the film?
I think it would be canon because I feel like the only way it would not line up if it was just another scene that we didn't see or some alternate event or just some scene that didn't happen.
Well, a lot of those happen. A lot of those have that.
Like deleted scenes you're talking about?
Not just deleted scenes, but additional scenes to add to the characters, right? And in fact, the beginning of this book, there's one. Yeah. It while Leia is getting captured, in episode 4 where she's getting stunned, there's a insert there in between where she meets Palpatine as a young girl. Like,
wait.
She meets the Emperor for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, she's like 7 years old, and she's talking about how she remembers the Emperor.
Huh. So, yeah.
So, like, is it canon? Is this novel canon?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know, because she's describing her first meeting with the Emperor. Now, that would be cool if that was canon, but you got to tell me if it's canon or not. But then again, if it doesn't have the Legends thing, does that mean it's canon?
That's...
So,
bizarre.
maybe we'll get more news about this. But anyway, there are 3 books coming. I'm just weird. The reason why I can't think it is just, why would you add those subtitles to it? You know,
at first it just seemed like some kind of catchphrase. I don't know, just some kind of little.
I mean, it's on the cover. You know, like,
yeah.
So you want to be a Jedi? It's like, just give me,
yeah,
The Empire Strikes Back. That's it. Just the novel of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see if this is canon. Because again, if it is, then to be honest, you won't expect to see any more novelizations of 4, 5, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Because if this is right, then do it for 1, 2, and 3 also.
Yeah, absolutely.
And let me get those books. So anyway, that's some big news out there. You can go to our Facebook page, Inside the Force, and I posted the pictures of the covers and the link to read that story. So check that out. Okay, so into the world of the comics now. We'll breeze through this one real fast because not really too much to say about it. But Princess Leia number 4.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. She's she's doing her best to that's Leia, that is, to save as many Alderaanians as she can. She's still on that quest in this issue number 4. She runs into a character that we know all too well from Return of the Jedi, and that would be Neon Nub, who was the co-pilot in the Falcon with Lando in Return of the Jedi. So Leia, I don't know. What'd you think about this issue here?
It's kind of boring.
Yeah, I'm not too. I'll tell you what, I'm also not that big of a fan of the art for this book.
Yeah, it looks. I don't know if it's kind of like a Japanese style to it, or if it's just it's not so detailed.
No,
not lit kind of the same way.
Yeah,
as the other books.
But yeah, because this issue or this book here is not really meshing well with the other ones that are out there.
Right.
No, basically Star Wars, which we'll talk here in a second about. But I mean, it's good to know what happens to Leia and stuff like that. So I do feel like the story is there as far as dealing with the loss of Alderaan. We've never really been down that road,
finding
and
survivors and all that.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a pretty cool storyline if you can just kind of, I don't know, do it a little better. But anyway, so that came out. Now the big thing we need to talk about is Star Wars number 6.
Yes, absolutely.
What do you think about that one?
It was cool. I mean, just general story, all the stuff that was happening was very entertaining, very gripping. It kept the drama and the action going. It was really good. Really good issue.
So, the end of number 5, we were left with Luke kind of wandering around in Obi-Wan's hut.
Yeah.
And a character tracking him down gets there, and that would be Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
So they have encountered each other before. Episode 6,
Yeah, it's a good little battle.
Yeah,
in this comic here,
it is. There's a little battle between Obi-Wan or Luke and Boba. Han and Leia are kind of doing their own thing out off world, and there is somebody that in the last issue that's been trying to track and find Han.
Right.
So we see this person we're assuming is another bounty hunter, basically.
Yeah.
Tracking Han. Of course, Boba and Luke fight it out. But you get to a very interesting ending here. Two endings, basically. One with this bounty hunter necessarily lands and confronts Han and Leia. And this is the big controversy that's out there.
Get ready.
I'll read you her lines right here. Basically, the panel before is it's Leia saying, Han, who is it? Who's found us? And then off screen it says, why bother asking him? And then it cuts turn the page and it has this woman bounty hunter coming down the ramp from her ship. And she says, he'd just lie. It's the only thing he's ever been good at. I should know. The name is Sana Solo. I'm his wife.
Boom.
And he just the next panel is him putting his head down. Oh no. And then Leia's like, wife? And she says, now who in the hell might you be, lady? So Sana Solo. Apparently Han's been married, either been married or is married.
Separated.
What do you think about this revelation?
Very different, very interesting. I mean, yeah, it's just now whenever I watch episode 4, now I'm just gonna think he was married, like during this time. He has a wife somewhere, and he's flirting,
or he had been married.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Yeah, so like where has she been? So it's like, yeah, so they must not be together.
Yeah, because there's times when in this world where people get divorced, but you still call them, it's my wife. It's my wife. I got to go pick up the kids from my wife's house. And, it's like, you mean ex-wife? For some reason, the ex gets left out a lot of times.
Yeah.
Is this what's happening where they're not together and it's like, I'm his wife?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's something more there. I don't think this is.
It's a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's not as black and white as what it looks like. But did you hear? I read a rumor because Sana Solo is African American. If you look at the picture again, right?
Yep.
So have you heard the crazy rumor out there that people are going on?
Oh, nope.
That
out of the loop.
That because of this revelation, is it possible Han's son is John Boyega? People are going with that right now.
Yeah.
And think about it. If that's true,
yeah.
And Daisy Ridley is Han and Leia's kid, then they are brother and sister.
Yeah.
They could be Jaina and Jason Solo.
Oh, I see what you're saying there. Yeah. Basically just a reinterpretation of Jason and Jaina.
I mean, think about it then also. But, I take that back. Well, I don't take it back, but it wouldn't make sense that, because isn't it rumored that Boyega has the Force or is maybe Force sensitive?
I guess so. I mean, it seems more, a little bit. But
because who's Jaina, that person that Luke is saying the Force is strong in my family?
I think it's pretty much confirmed mostly that Daisy Ridley's character will have the Force.
I think so too.
So they both.
So could. I think that definitely is Leia and Han's kid.
Yeah,
but
Boyega
is Boyega.
Yeah,
Han's kid. I mean, I don't know. It'd be a very interesting twist.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, very interesting.
Makes sense why Han Solo is such an integral part of the movie. Like he's been reported of being, he's got a huge role in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would add definitely a lot to the movie. Be very interesting.
But like you just said though, doesn't that, man? I mean, it's oh, man. Think about it. And Rebels could do this ultimately too, right? Rebels, however long Rebels goes, leading up to Episode 4. I mean, it could, like Vader.
Yeah.
And even the Emperor, once the Emperor kind of gets more into it, I think, Tarkin, if we ever get to see Bail and maybe even a Leia.
Yeah.
Because think about it, if Leia, according to that novel, if that's in there, Leia gets into politics, very young.
Yeah. Like,
so she's,
teenager,
so by the time Rebels is out, I mean, she's got to be
something.
an ambassador or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, think about it then. Watching that, reading these books, it's like it truly is giving you a different perspective of characters when you were watching the original trilogy again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is that crazy?
That's weird. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to hate it, but I think it's cool. It just adds more to it.
But isn't that what the EU did, though? I mean, the EU did that.
But I don't remember anything like that. Ground
Shadows of the Empire.
Well, I never read that. What was?
Oh my gosh, Shadows of the Empire was the novel between 5 and 6, right?
Yeah.
So every Bausch.
Yeah.
It explains where Leia got that outfit.
Yeah.
But it's not canon now.
Yeah.
So now you don't know where she got the outfit. But in there it explains and her strategizing on what to do when they go to Jabba's between her and Chewbacca and the whole plan and everything. And then Luke and Leia both go to Coruscant for a majority of that book. They're in Imperial Palace. They are because Prince Xizar is there, right?
Yeah.
So Black Sun is a big part of it,
Right.
Xizar, I even tries to seduce Leia, and Luke is there trying to fight and figure out if he can destroy Vader and the Emperor. I mean, it's such a good, you need to at least take. I got the graphic novel of it. You just read that at least.
Okay.
But there's a lot with Boba, and because there's I think that's the one where that's the story where Boba's got Han, right? And he's trying to get back to Jabba.
Yeah.
And all the bounty hunters are going after him.
Right.
Bosk, IG-88, Dengar.
Yeah, Zuckuss and those guys.
Yeah, they're all pursuing Boba.
Right.
And Boba's fighting off these bounty. I mean, but again, none of it's canon, right? So,
right.
But it did give you a different, when I watched Return of the Jedi again after reading Shadows, I was like, oh, okay, so I know.
That makes sense to you.
Yeah, so I know the backstory between where this stuff came from, but now it's like, now that it's not canon, but that's fine. But now stuff is coming out that's canon.
Yeah,
like this right here. This, depending on where the story goes, I mean, I don't think they'll go as far as saying, "Oh, the next issue, Han will be like, you know what? She's just crazy. It's not my wife." I mean, I think that he clearly had a relationship with her,
right?
They don't anymore, but now, like you said, you watch Episode 4. Han's been married before.
He is, yeah.
And does he have a son out there, or who knows?
That's the thing too. John Boyega would still have to, be born.
He could be born right before Episode 4.
John Boyega?
Yeah, or Han doesn't even know that
he's not that old.
Well, that would make him in his 30s.
John Boyega's my age.
Yeah, but he kind of looks older, I think.
A little older, but if he was born before 4, he would be, he would have to be in his late 30s.
He would be 36.
Yeah. I guess he could play 36, but that's a bit of a stretch for me. If he does, yeah. If he's Han's kid born at this time, then that's a bit of a stretch for me.
I don't see how he. I don't think it's that far a stretch to me because, there's 36-year-olds that pay 26-year-olds all the time.
Yeah, I can.
There's.
Yeah, But it's just because they can look young. I don't know. I just don't see
because he doesn't look to me. At least what they're portraying, he doesn't look like he's that young. Yeah. I mean, when he was playing, I saw him in the 24 series this past. I mean, I thought he could pass for a 30-year-old easy.
Yeah,
he didn't look like he was a young military guy. You know, he's been there for a while.
It's still like 36. I mean, that's pushing it for me. Let's see. How old are you, John Boyega? 23.
So he's 23?
Yep. He's a year younger than I am.
Yeah.
That'd be different.
I mean, I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Either way. So I think we could probably get past that. But he's got to have some kind of... I think Boyega's got to have some kind of connection if he's this prominent of a character.
You don't think he's just some guy?
I don't know.
Getting caught up in it? Maybe.
I guess it's possible, but
yeah, that's true though. It's something's fishy.
Something's fishy. But anyway, what's cool about this issue? It ends. You find out canon. It's crazy. Who tells Vader? Finally, who tells Vader?
Oh, that was such a cool moment.
What destroyed the Death Star? Who destroyed the Death Star?
That was such a cool moment.
Because Boba was the one that tracked him down.
Yeah.
He tracked down Luke. Great scene. He says, basically Vader standing there on the Star Destroyer, and Boba says, "I lost him."
Yeah.
Vader says, "This is most disappointing." Boba says, "He got lucky. Did you bring me anything of value, bounty hunter?" It's funny how he calls him bounty hunter, right?
Yeah.
And he says, "Not much, just his name, Skywalker." And Vader, it just shows these panels where Vader's fist, tightens.
Right.
The glass starts shattering.
Yeah.
That he's standing in front of on the Star Destroyer, and he says Skywalker. So that's how that book ends. Pretty awesome. Love this issue. But what's awesome is that you go read Darth Vader number 6 then. That also came out this past week. Great cover. It's got the Emperor on the cover. Now in this book, it's coinciding kind of what's happening in Star Wars, right?
Right.
While they're all doing this stuff in Star Wars, trying to find a new rebel base and all this stuff, Vader has been secretly trying to basically get rid of the Emperor.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a current theme in his
yes
life. He's always trying to find a way.
And so, but you find out that the Emperor knows this, I guess, and has kind of put up his own. He's hired this guy to kind of create these soldiers, these cyborg soldiers, to see if they're worthy of replacing Vader. Of course, Vader is too strong. But there's this. You really truly do see kind of the Sith makeup here. I'm always trying to find someone to replace you.
Yeah. Even
the Emperor, even the Master and the Apprentice are both trying to do the same thing. So it's cool. So there's a scene later on where he's like, Vader, the Emperor's like, "I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to, you're trying to replace me. You're trying to overthrow me." And Vader's like, realizing like you've been training all these other people for so long to replace me.
It's like 20 years.
Even though I'm Vader.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, this, in the end, what's really cool is all this kind of comes to an end, and it replays the scene in Star Wars where he's standing on the Star Destroyer and Boba shows up, and it's the same lines, but what's really neat is this shows him getting angrier and angrier.
And what he's thinking.
And it has flashbacks of actual scenes from the episodes.
Episode 3,
Yeah, episode 3. where he's becomes Vader, where he's Anakin talking to Padme about the son.
It's a nice by frame. It's so cool.
Yes, so cool. So it has the Emperor, like replaying, telling you killed her and all this stuff, and then he goes and tries to talk to the Emperor. He calls the Emperor on the HoloNet and just basically tells him, I want you to know I will not fail.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like you.
Yeah, but
monster.
I love the very last line. It's like, I have a son. So he realizes he has a son, and that's Skywalker. He will be mine.
Yeah,
it will all be mine.
It's just. Do you think Boba Fett understands? I feel like he knows that Vader's Anakin Skywalker.
You think so?
It just seemed like he understood.
Doesn't everybody though?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't think. I think only Yoda and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Boba even knows or even cares.
I guess not. He's just like, are we done here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly. He's a bounty hunter, so he's just a hired help. But that was an awesome issue.
But he would know the name Skywalker, though, I think. You think? Because he was on, through the Clone Wars, the episodes that we saw with him in Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah. He would definitely know that. He should know the name Skywalker. You're right.
But it maybe just not that he knows that.
Because I know he hates Mace. He deals with Mace Windu a lot. I don't know how much he's really interacted with Anakin, and it's been so long, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe he doesn't, but those are great issues. Keep checking those out. All right, so we'll get into this book, I guess, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
So why don't you
let's talk about it?
See what we got here. We again, what we're doing is we're kind of going through this encyclopedia here, the canon encyclopedia now, Star Wars. Last week we kicked it off by talking about some characters, and it was Obi-Wan that we were talking about. This week we're actually talking about the locations, and our first location is Naboo. So, the main thing about this book is it just basically highlights what's canon from these worlds and characters. I guess we can definitely hit on these cases.
Yeah, some of these little things here. Let's see, let's skim through here. So it appears in episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4, also the Clone Wars, and then it says, and just make note, it does appear in episode 4. The added shots of that. If you guys hopefully are aware, if you're a Star Wars fan, you know this.
You mean 6? 6, not 4.
Oh,
the end.
Okay, I'll get my Roman numerals, guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
V before I.
It wasn't in 4. It was in 6 at the end. The celebration.
Sorry. It's in the Mid-Rim region, in the Chommel sector, the Naboo system. Its primary terrain are plains, swamps, and forests. It's got a lot of river cities, like the Gungan cities.
Yeah.
All that cool stuff. Small. Apparently it's a pretty small. It doesn't say exactly how big it is. But I'm sure that's got to be written down somewhere maybe. Yeah, mostly swampy lakes, rolling plains, and green hills.
Yep.
It's pretty, it says here, exotic. It's very nice.
And it's got, Gungan settlements are exact examples of hydrostatic bubble technology.
It says it lacks a molten core, which is, I'd be interested to know the makeup of this planet. I don't know how you can, I don't know. I'm not a geologist, so it's, these tons of caves, tunnel networks, as you saw in episode 1, which are inhabited by the Gungans. Yeah, and this is a really interesting planet to really look into.
Yeah, and I forgot about this aspect, but I think this was a Clone Wars episodes where it talks about the Festival of Light.
Yeah.
It's an annual event that celebrates the Naboo joining the Galactic Republic. And it's got, Gungan settlements are exact examples of hydrostatic bubble technology. So it's, gungan settlements are exact examples of hydrostatic bubble technology. So it's, at some point, and I don't know what season it was, but it looks like during the Clone Wars, Chancellor Palpatine returns there because he's from there, and is celebrating the 847th year of being a part of the Republic. So they do a light show every year for that. But yeah, a
few more things. Kind of interesting. They also Festival of Lights. They have a Festival of Glad Arrival, which it's in the springtime. Transforms the meadows into a setting for colorful pageants and musical performances. Apparently, the land is flooded occasionally by rivers, and talks about Padme, which I always forget Padme's last name. Padme Nabieri. How do you pronounce her last name? I can't remember. Padme Nabieri or Naberries, whatever.
Wait, I thought it's not Amidala.
I don't know. It's got maybe it's like a mother's name or something like that. You know, I've seen this last
Naberries.
name. I've seen the last name before.
I have. Maybe it's her last name. Maybe
another last name. We have to look.
Maybe I'll look it up right now. Maybe Amidala is her middle name or something.
And it's actually a peaceful planet. About the population, it's got a sparse human population. They embrace peace and tranquility, but they are at odds with the Gungans until Episode 1 happens. And a few other things. Let's just go through it. And this is like one of the big, because how this book is divided, they'll have what's called key events. So it's Padme Amidala. So it's just she has another name in there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I just remember first seeing Episode 1 and first seeing the Gungan city and how just amazing that looked. Like that was pretty awe-inspiring when I was watching
Yes,
it
it
for the first
was.
time. So just some of the capital is Theed.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's where the royal palace is. And the Gungan cities, Otogunga. Yeah, well, they have many fish, big fish. So yeah, I mean, not much to it, Naboo, but it's just pretty cool. Pretty cool little place to go.
Yeah,
To vacay.
ends up being a very important
Yeah.
planet. Leia's mother is from there, basically.
I wonder if she ever figures that out. Like, I just want to know, in Episode 7, do they know everything there is to know about Padme and Skywalker?
Yeah, I don't know.
They've got to.
You think?
I want them to. It's just like that's just like a unfinished story for me if they don't know by now. It's just that's the whole point. Like I want them to know about their parents. I want them to have that sense of closure and that sense of just I don't know family in a sense. I don't know. I'm just a hopeless romantic, I guess.
Trying to find what was I trying to find out about
Padme or Han Solo looks like.
What was I? Yeah, I was looking up Han for some reason. Can't remember.
That stings.
I was wondering if it ever said his age. See, they don't really talk. The thing about this book is it doesn't really talk about. Oh yeah, here it is. It just says Corellian birth. Han Solo was born on Corellia and orphaned at a young age. He lives on the street as a petty thief. So that part is canon, and that's during it's that gray part during the. Is that the gray part is the Republic era, or is that the Clone Wars era? It should say the beginning here. Shoot.
Yeah. Get here, flipping our pages.
It's the crisis in the Republic spans episodes 1 and 2. So during episodes 1 and 2, he is born. So that actually puts him, so he would technically be, he'd technically be like 8 or so during episode 3.
Yeah. Okay.
19. So, yeah, he'd be about 27, 26, 27. Yeah. I think that's always what the idea was. But, yeah, so... okay, well, that's Naboo, really.
Naboo.
Again, we're kind of taking this in sections and categories. The next, I think there's 3 sections: characters and creatures, and then there's locations, and then there's technology. Right? I think it's the last one. Yeah. Well, actually, there's technology, and then there's vehicles. So technology, is the next one. We'll talk about something from there next week. Anyway, that's an awesome book, filled with all kind of canon knowledge. I'm sure this will be updated on a pretty much yearly basis. Mm-hmm. So I will purchase all of them.
All of them.
All right, so that'll do it for this episode 101. We are Inside the Force, InsideTheForce.com. Go check us out there to subscribe to us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Facebook, Twitter. We're all right there. Follow us. Inside the Force, of course, is Twitter and Facebook. He is Kryptonian1138 on Twitter. I am D. Cottingham21. Again, it's getting close, man.
Yep.
Telling you, I actually watched the trailer a couple more times today just to keep it going.
Yeah.
Just can't freaking wait, man. This
was our last week of school for us.
That's right.
So like the last couple of days, I just had the Star Wars Blu-rays just playing all day in my room because we were done with our finals, and the seniors were gone. So I had barely any students in my class, anyways. So I was like, all right, guys, I'm just going to play Star Wars. If I'm gonna watch it. Otherwise, just
did people watch it?
Some of them did, yeah. Some and they were excited about the prequels. I started in order. I'm like, oh yeah, like,
you did 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I didn't get through like really all of the one movie. We started episode 1 in one class, then the next class we just started episode 2, then 3, and then the last class I had just started episode 4. But they were excited about the prequels. I'm like, this is a good sign. I'm glad the younger generation are liking it.
Yes, sweet. All right, so we will check you guys out next week. Coming out next Wednesday, as far as the comics go, is Kanan number 3, The Last Padawan. So we will read that and review that for you. But and then we'll get on some news, whatever comes out over the weekend and throughout the week. So happy Star Wars, people! Yeah. Happy Star Wars. So he is Casey Cooley.
If there's a bright center to the universe, you're on the planet that it's farthest from. That always is such a weird. I think it's just a weirdly worded line to me. I don't know. It's just like it feels opposite, but it's a cool line.
Wait, that's Luke?
That's Luke,
that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the bright center of the universe. You're on the planet that's farthest from.
Talking to C-3PO.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Such a downer.
Yeah, no, he's just the whole time. Like, and like right later that he's like,
I was going to toss the station to pick up the power converters.
Like, he just hammers the point. Like, I want to leave.
Yeah, no.
See, is there anything I can do? No, not unless you can alter time, speed up the harvest, or teleport me
off
the
another year.
Biggs is gone. Come on. Gosh. Looks like I'm going nowhere. It's like, where are you going? Looks like nowhere. I guess I'm staying here.
Yeah, that's funny.
You don't know what it's like to be me. Not my dad. Whoa.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Again, hit us up on Inside the Force, and we are part of the 21 Network. Go to there, 21network.com, listen to all kinds of podcasts. For Casey.
Goodbye, everybody.
I'm Dave Cottingham, and may the Force be with you.
This has been a production of the 21 Network. For more great podcasts, visit 21network.com. To view additional content, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/21network. Follow us on Twitter at 21network for the latest news and updates. The 21 Network, for the fan and all of us.